We are live at Valcour Bay on a beautiful afternoon. A great day for boxing. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
About
Muhammad Ali. Up against them, Street Killer from Portugal.
wow, someone's been really.
This bout is scheduled.
How will these two fighters handle the outdoors? High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. A perfect counter lands. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Good counter punch. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside and winning round after round.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
There's a counter shot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They better start respecting each other's punching power. It's bombs away. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Got complacent.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Misses with that uppercut. You'd like to see more jabs. Perfect counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Quick punch scores. It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
When you're fighting somebody so big, this is where you've got to stick to your game plan. You deviate, you're out of there.
Punch, counter punch. No rest for the weary. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, they've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back.
There's the bell to start round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter punch. And he scores with the counter. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Nice defense with that jab. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Counter punch right up the middle. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do different? There's the bell for round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well done with that counter shot. Neither fighter willing to slow down. How about that time counter shot? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That counter punch caught him clean. That counter shot lands. Straight right just misses. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Catch and shoot. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
Time for the 5th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Good counter punching. He threw a punch and just got countered. He misses with that straight left. Nice counter shot. block the left there. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch. They want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
That's terrible.
Let's start the sixth. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Tar, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrating, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
They exchange punches. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Lucky that hook didn't score. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, it's like two.
Here we go. It's round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
We're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Fantastic punch. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Defense is not an option for these two. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. There's the bell to start round 8. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Punch. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Can't land that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
That hook won't score. How about that time counter shot? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. Totally change the styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.